Okay, next we're doing the retained income note. And when I used to do notes, I told you straight away, I would quickly write down right here or here all the things that need to go into retained income. So they already tell us it's the balance at the beginning and net profit after income tax, okay? They don't always do this for you. So you need to know that in the retained income, we use after income tax, right? Here they were being really nice, but they're not always up. Straight after that, don't forget we need to include share repurchased. We don't always have this in questions, but we do here, and we need to make sure we include it in the note, the share repurchase. And then lastly, we will have ordinary share dividends. And don't forget that ordinary share dividends is composed of interim and final. So both of these need to be added together to give us the final amount. Okay, so let's get working. We've already given all these amounts. The share repurchased amount, okay, so this is what's going to happen. Remember, we calculated this amount, but we used average share price. So this isn't the actual amount we paid, remember? This is that amount right there. And now we need to use that and subtract it from what we calculated, 378,000. And that's going to be the amount we have as the share repurchase value. And that should give you 59,500, okay? And once again, we lost this money. This money left us. We actually went out and bought the shares back, and so we lost this money, and it's going to be in brackets. Okay, then we have ordinary share dividends. Let's go read our information very quickly to see what we can find. It tells us that an interim dividend of 12 cents per share was paid on the 1st of February 2017. So we know it's going to be 12 cents, right? But now we want to figure out how many shares was this on. And because it was on the 1st of February 2017, it has to be on 900,000 shares because this was after the 1st of May. We didn't have these in issue yet. So we need to use the old amount of 900,000 shares because that's how many were in issue at that point. And if you multiply that, you should get 108,000. Okay, and then lastly, we're going to look at our final dividends. And they tell you, yes, there was a final dividend declared, and they don't give you an amount. A final dividend means the dividends that you now owe to your shareholders. And this can also be known as shareholders for dividends, right? So shareholders for dividends is basically your final dividend. So that's where we find that amount, and we're gonna go write it in, 168,000. And that's basically it. That's your retained income note. I know that there was a student who asked me, who sent a question really late last night on the group asking about retained income. This is how we calculate retained income. So we can total this too. Please, please, please remember that your ordinary share dividends have to be subtracted too. So subtract repurchase, subtract ordinary share dividends, and you should get 250,000. And that, guys, is 9 marks. So make sure you learn these components. Make sure you remember that it's after tax. Make sure you remember small details like using the average share price here for repurchase, and that you have to subtract these two. Don't forget to check dates to find out how many shares were in issue on different dates, and you'll be okay. So good luck. And next in the next video, we're gonna look at the cash flow statement. don't forget that you don't have to calculate the amounts in gray. They only wanted the question marks. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and end this video, and in the next video we'll do a few of these calculations.